Hi, T.O.T. Carlson here, and if you know me, I'll take any chance I can to travel back in time to the 1980s. I went over to Zia Records here in Vegas and I actually found this pretty cheap in the budget bit. This is a 4K Steelbook release of Transformers the Movie from 1986. This, of course, was a seminal classic of many people's childhoods, and you can't deny how big the Transformers line was back then. It's even had something of a revival over the course of the past 15 years with the new live-action films. I'm going to go ahead and unbox this release, and I'll share my opinion. Nice close-up there of one of our heroes. Here's the spine text, top of the backing card. Here's the back of the backing card listing our features, describing the film, bonus features, legalese, credits, so forth. And on the back here, we have a hero on the cover, so we got to have a villain on the back. Beyond good, beyond evil, beyond your wildest imagination. And then I open this up, and in here we actually have a mysterious black envelope. Why don't we take a look at what's in there? We open this up, and this actually has some art cards in it. So those are pretty cool. Then we have our discs. The 4K Ultra High Def disc is in the original 16:9 theatrical aspect ratio. And then we have our Blu-ray disc, which is actually in the open matte 4:3 ratio, and it has the bulk of the bonus features. I mean, they still use the term full frame here, but that's a bit of an outdated term because, I mean, widescreen is full screen now, so go figure. Here's the inside of the Steelbook. And I will read the description of the film as follows from the backing card. The year is 2005. For millennia, the heroic Autobots, led by Optimus Prime, have been at war with the evil Megatron and his Decepticons over control of their home planet of Cybertron. However, an even greater threat, Unicron, a colossal converting planet that devours everything in its path, is heading right for Cybertron. The only hope is the Autobot matrix of leadership. Will the Autobots be able to save themselves and their world in time? An all-star cast, including Judd Nelson, Leonard Nimoy, Eric Idle, and Robert Stack, brings this inimitable, explosively entertaining Autobot adventure to life. Now, when I was a kid, I didn't really follow Transformers too closely because I was a little more into other things like Ninja Turtles or later on the Power Rangers. But I did want to see this film, go back and see where this franchise sort of came from. It was already a very successful toy line and television series at the time the film came out, and there were certain events in this film that really rocked the worlds of young children, and in a more dramatic way that they might not have expected, and not for the better. I read some stuff online that said one child was so depressed based on one of the events of the movie that he locked himself in his room and wouldn't come out for over a week. Whether or not that story is true, I have no idea, but it's certainly entertaining. The premise of the Transformers is simple and to the point. I mean, it's a toy line, but there's just enough story there to keep things interesting. And I mean, the gimmick of the characters, transforming from vehicles into robots, again, it's something that's been copied, but never successfully duplicated or done as well as the Transformers did. This movie has a great principal voice cast. Of course, Peter Cullen and Frank Welker continue to voice Optimus Prime and Megatron respectively, although when Megatron becomes Galvatron, Leonard Nimoy takes over the voice, giving this role a certain gravitas it might not have had otherwise. And there's a fantastic supporting cast here too as well. We even get John Machida Jr., who once held the record for being the fastest talking man in the world, appropriately voicing a very fast Transformer. Do you remember that guy from all those old Micro Machine commercials? I mean, it's an epic battle of good and evil, and it only lasts about 85 minutes, so you can actually cruise through this one pretty quickly, but it certainly doesn't skimp on the epicness or the visuals despite that. The main villain is even voiced by Orson Welles in one of his final film roles. The movie actually didn't come out until after he died. And there's also an epic soundtrack with a score by Vince DiCola, the guy that had previously scored Rocky IV. And then you get songs from various artists at the time, including the rock band Lion, who performs their version of the Transformers theme. That band featured a young Doug Aldrich on guitar, who would later go on to play with bands like Dio and Whitesnake. And of course, you have the classic anthem, The Touch, by Stan Bush. Stan Bush would do a few other songs for the movie, and even a few songs for the American English language dub of Sailor Moon in the 1990s. So that guy certainly gets around. I was very happy to go back and watch this movie, and while aspects of it certainly are dated, it didn't make it any less fun, enjoyable, or the perfect retro throwback. I'm happy to say that this actually looks really good in 4K Ultra High Def. That extra little push of Dolby Vision really makes the colors pop off the screen, and of course deeper black levels where those are required. It's a fantastic looking film. Animation can always be hit and miss when you're on high def or ultra high def formats, but for the most part, I thought this one looked pretty good. I've seen some mixed reviews online, but I have to say I'm not disappointed with what I see here. The Blu-ray, like I said, has a 4:3 open matte version of the film. I wish they'd given you the option of what ratio you want on both discs, but that Blu-ray, of course, is where the bulk of the bonus features are, and we even get a comprehensive feature-length making-of documentary on this, which is very nice, as well as a private acoustic performance from Stan Bush, and then a few older things as well, including storyboards, trailers, and TV spots. And there's even a commentary track on here as well. So I think fans of Transformers are going to like the production values on this disc, as well as the bonus features, including several that were new to this set. Overall, very highly recommended package. Fans will not be disappointed. Are you a fan of the Transformers? Do you think this movie is better than the newer live-action movies? Who's your favorite Transformer? How does this movie stack up to the cartoon that inspired it? And do you have a favorite episode, movie, character, or so forth? Comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, remember to subscribe to this channel for more content because I'm always posting new videos. And make sure you give this one a like if you found it helpful. I'm Taylor T. Carlson. I'll see you next time.